morning. Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State government promises more laudable infrastructural projects. Federal government wants Nigeria Labour Congress to shelve proposed nationwide indefinite strike. On the foreign scene, mass shooting injures dozens of people, kills one in Ohio, United States. And in sport, Super Eagles players arrive camp ahead 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against South Africa, Benin Republic. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Special advisor to the Lagos State Governor, Media and Publicity, Gboyega Akoshile, has announced that the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has delivered laudable infrastructural projects and dividends of democracy to improve the standard of living of millions of Lagos residents in the last 5 years. Akoshile said the present administration has recorded key achievements in the area of traffic management and transportation, health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos a 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, and security and governance. He noted that inclusion in government is also an integral part of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration's Themes Plus developmental agenda. Akoshile added that the red and blue rail lines inaugurated by Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration are game changer, noting that the administration inherited the Blue Line Rail project, completed the first phase, and is currently working on the second phase. Some residents of Lagos have expressed their appreciation for the proactive measures taken by the Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, in addressing the issue of indiscriminate parking across various areas of the state. In a letter addressed to LASPA and signed by the Secretary of the Community Development Area of the Community Development Association, Temitokbe Adelowo, the residents of Yaba acknowledged improvement in the movement of vehicles within the area. Adelowo said LASPA has taken additional steps to address parking issues by installing warning and directional signs on major roads, aiming to alleviate traffic congestion caused by indiscriminate parking. The association also commended the professionalism displayed by LASPA officials during the exercise. Reacting to the commendations, General Manager of LASPA, Adebisi Adelabu, informed that the Lagos State Parking Authority has embarked on full-scale implementation of the parking policy with the aim to reduce parking-induced traffic congestion and enhancing commuting experiences for residents and visitors. She urged Lagos residents and visitors to comply with traffic regulations and avoid indiscriminate parking to facilitate smooth movement across the state. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has registered 20,000 new voters in the ongoing Continuous Voters Registration, CVR, in Ondo State ahead of the November gubernatorial election. The national chairman of INEC, Mahmood Yakubu, said this during his 2 days visit to the state to observe the CVR exercise and assess the readiness of the electoral body for the polls. Yakubu said 17 political parties conducted primaries to participate in the gubernatorial election. He noted that the enthusiasm shown by young Nigerians to get registered as voters indicated that voters' apathy would not be witnessed in the state. The International Air Transport Association, IATA, has hailed the federal government for clearing 98% of airlines' trapped funds in the country, which the carriers had hitherto been able to repatriate. Director General of IATA, Willie Walsh, said as of June 2023, Nigeria's blocked funds amounted to $850 million, which significantly affected airline operations and finances in the country. He said that 98% amounted to $831 million paid, while the remaining 2% amounted to $19 million. Wash urged the government to clear the residual $19 million and continue prioritizing aviation. to the rest of the stories. The federal government has warned the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, to shelve their plan to commence a nationwide indefinite strike from tomorrow. Federal government, in a statement issued through the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, described the proposed industrial action as premature, ineffectual, and illegal. Fagbemi stressed that the agitation for the increase of minimum wage of workers in the country is currently being addressed, insisting that the labor unions fail to fulfill the condition precedent that would enable them to embark on a strike. He noted that the federal government and other stakeholders involved in a tripartite committee on determination of a new national minimum wage, had not declared an end to negotiation. Fagbemi urged the unions to reconsider their proposed strike and return to the negotiation table. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, has announced that the 2024 Direct Entry DE registration will now close on Monday, June 17, 2024. To accommodate the increased number of prospective DE candidates, JAM has expanded DE registration points beyond the professional registration centers, PRCs, in the states experiencing high demand. Spokesperson for JAM, Fabian Benjamin, said the decision comes in response to numerous requests and pleas from stakeholders and authorities over the past month for an extension. Benjamin urged all eligible candidates to take advantage of this opportunity to register, as no further extension will be entertained, saying the previously announced criteria for DE registration remain unchanged. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has called on Nigeria's 36 state governors to make known comprehensive details regarding the state independent electoral commissions, CX, operating within their jurisdictions. SERAP's Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadare, said this in a bid to enhance transparency and accountability in the electoral process. Oluwadare urged the governors to promptly reveal crucial information concerning the chairpersons and members of the CX, including their qualifications, political affiliations, if any, and the mechanisms surrounding their appointment. He also emphasized the necessity for the governors to furnish the public with detailed reports regarding the outcomes of local government elections conducted since 1999, along with the voters' registers associated with said elections. Now to foreign news. One person has been killed and at least 24 others injured in a mass shooting in the U.S. state of Ohio. The shooting happened just after midnight local time in the city of Akron. Akron Police Department confirmed that no one has been arrested or identified as a suspect, and investigation continues. Officers dispatched to the scene near Kelly Street and 8th Avenue found dozens of bullet casings and a gun. Officers also confirmed many of the victims' injuries were non-life-threatening, but added that some were in a more serious condition. Now sports. 15 players are currently in the Super Eagles camp in Uyo ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. Wilfred Ndidi, Kelechi Iheanacho, Samuel Chukwueze, Victor Boniface, Terem Murphy, and Sterling Nwabali are among the players in camp. Others are Olorunleke Ojo, Ibrahim Oluwa Olawoyin, Benjamin Tamino, Chidozie Awaziem, Sadiq Ismail, Kenneth Igboke, Al-Hassan Yusuf, Raphael Oyedika, and Fisayo Dele Bashiru. 8 players are still being expected in camp. The Super Eagles trained at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, as they intensify preparations ahead of the 2 qualifiers. Finidi George side will host the Bafana Bafana of South Africa at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, on Friday. They will travel to Abidjan for a clash with the Squirrels 3 days later. And that's our news at 9, but just before we go, ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, Traffic Radio 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration injected 100 high-medium capacity buses for standard routes? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Special Advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Media and Publicity, Gboyega Akosile, has announced that the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has delivered laudable infrastructural projects and dividends of democracy to improve the standard of living of millions of Lagos residents in the last 5 years. The federal government has warned the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, to shelve their plan to commence a nationwide indefinite strike from tomorrow. We also told you that one person has been killed and at least 24 others injured in a mass shooting in the U.S. state of Ohio. And in sport, 15 players are currently in the Super Eagles camp in Uyo ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.